Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Monday night, and I know all of us are exhausted. It has been one heck of a weekend. We're tired, and it's late at night here, but we are still here for our Country Mama Quickie with Cayce from Ormsby Farms. Choke, puke, hairball. Oh my gosh. So, I know we're all feeling a little bit like YouTube is a little bit too much for us right now, and we're all just kind of getting caught up and we need a relaxing time. Let's consider this our relaxing time. We're going to have a great time. Pour yourself a glass of wine. God, what's wrong with me? And we're just going to have fun with Cayce. So, without further ado, and I'm going to try to keep from hawking up a lung here. Hi there, Tom. Hi, Lisa. I know you'll just be listening. We're also tired. That's what I was just saying is we are so tired for this Monday. I don't understand it. We're all tired. But I'm going to bring Cayce in. We're going to start our Country Mama Quickie, and then we'll just have a nice, fun, relaxing time. But prepare to laugh because I know he's going to be lots of fun for us tonight. Hello, Sherry. And Tom is here and Lisa is here. So we've got a few people in the house already for this quickie. We've got a little audience. So if you don't know Cayce, you're going to love him. I'm going to bring him on, and I've already got a pile of questions to ask him. I needed to reclaim my bowl that I was pulling all of my questions out last week with Michael and Sarah. But hello, Nisi, you're just in time. Look what I'm wearing. Look what I'm wearing. Oh, no, Nisi, you wouldn't know. It was Inca. I get the names so mixed up. You guys know I'm a hot mess. So, okay, here we go. We're going to bring up Cayce from Ormsby Farm. Hello,
Hi, Leisha.
my wonderful friend. How are you
I'm
tonight?
good, my friend. I was tired too. I didn't want to do my hair, so I did my man bun for you.
Oh, we love the man bun. I did a 1950s housewife flip for you.
I'm living for every flip of it. Every
Isn't it
flip
just
and flip.
flipping adorable?
It's
And you're
flipping
just all top
adorable.
knot. You're top knot fantastic.
Right. Womp womp.
I went all Donna Reed for you today. I'm wearing my new apron.
I love that apron. When are
Isn't
you going
that
to start making aprons and selling them, Alicia? That's what you need to do. Country Mama musing aprons.
That would be really nice, but after chemo, my vision is so bad. I gave away my sewing machine.
No, you
Hi,
have other people
Dale.
make it for you, Alicia. You have other people make it, put your name on it. That's what celebrities do.
Well, I just might do that.
See?
Be all coy even. Okay, let's start this. We've got some great friends in here with us. Although my little eyeball in the corner says there's only two people in here, and I know that's a lie. Because I see Ann Dale and I see Nisi and I see Sherry and Tom, and we've got Lisa. So I know we've got a few people in here. So I want you to tell us right off the bat, getting started before we do our timer, tell us 5 random things. I don't care what they are. It doesn't have to be, it could be anything, just 5 random things that you want us to know.
Um, 5 random things. Okay, one, I am an actor by trade. That's what I did before YouTube World. Um, uh, 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 two, random things. Oh, random things. I'm very picky about coffee creamer. Like it has to go by the holiday. Like I'm
Okay.
real, like don't put anything in my fridge unless it's holiday creamer.
Like,
Um,
don't even put gingerbread in the middle of June.
yeah, ever.
Don't do it.
If you want to stay on my good side, because coffee is my life. Uh,
Okay.
three, um, three. I actually my trade and school was nursing. Before
Nice.
all the entertainment stuff was nursing, and did that for
Okay.
many years. Um, four. I'm a diva just like my dog. If people haven't noticed that, so I don't know if that's random. But I think I created my monster of my dog in tutus. Um, and five. Um, oh, I'm addicted to Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
Ooh, waffle fries.
I don't know if they have Chick-fil-A's all over from who watch us, but Chick-fil-A has the best. It's a southern fast food kind of place. It's really
Mm-hmm. We had them in California, but we don't have them here in Iowa.
good. Yeah.
So, hello, Susie. Hello, Moments with Vanessa and Kitchen
Hello,
Shenanigans jumped in. We're growing a little bit here. So,
everyone.
are you ready? Everybody take a drink. I'm drinking water.
Gosh. Let me tell you, Alicia, I was so nervous to do this because I'm like, how do you like stand up to Michael and his shower story from last week? I mean, literally,
You
how do you
don't stand up to that shower story. You bend over for that story.
facts? Facts.
Them's the facts, friends.
I was about to say hashtag facts.
So
Oh,
this is your interview. You don't have to reach any level with anybody else. And it's like one of my favorite sayings, a flower does not compare itself to its neighbor. It simply blooms. So this is your time to bloom. Don't you worry at all. Amen. Don't
amen.
you worry at all about that interview. This is your interview. You put your own spin on it. We're going to have fun.
I'm ready. I am
So this is a
ready.
10-minute country mama quickie. We're both hydrated. We're ready to go. You've got your hair pulled back.
I do. Slipped all the way
You're
back.
ready.
Pew,
You're
pew,
ready.
pew.
Pew,
Yes.
pew. Okay. We haven't started yet, Daz. Welcome. Welcome.
Hi,
We've just been doing
Dad.
some introductory stuff. So we're good. So we're going to start. So
Okay,
it is 9:37. We're going to go for 10 minutes of rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
What is your favorite movie of all time?
The Notebook. I'm such a girl.
Oh, love The Notebook. I love you so much more already. 3 words to describe yourself.
Um, not to cuss, but freaking hot mess.
I love it. What is your favorite book?
Okay. This is where I
The
get
Notebook.
nerdy. Okay, because all through like middle school and high school, I was a Harry Potter fan. So I have to say
Okay.
Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first book. I liked all of
Okay.
them, but Sorcerer's
There are
Stone.
no wrong questions. There's no wrong answers.
Well, everybody
So
be like Casey, Harry Potter. Ugh.
no, don't you worry about that. What was your favorite childhood game?
Favorite childhood game. Like board game or like any game?
Any game. I'm
Um,
armed to keep my dog quiet.
I think I'd have to say, I don't know. Me and my brother and my 2 cousins, we were all kind of raised as siblings, and we were obsessed with Life, the game Life.
Yes.
You know, where you have
We
to
had
like,
the little car and you could put pink pegs or blue pegs,
yeah, like you could
drive
get a
around.
spouse and then children, and we were always
Yeah.
like trying to get the job. And now that you're an adult, you're like,
That
this
game lied to us.
right. It lied.
It lied. What's the best piece of advice you were ever given?
um Best piece of advice when I auditioned for my very first show that I did, they said, Casey, you're too small. And so I gained a little bit of weight, went back to the audition, and got the role, which was what I was on for 17 episodes. So that's how I got my girlish figure that I have
Oh.
today.
Are you
So,
allowed to say what that show was?
yeah, I was on Teen Wolf for about
What?
17 episodes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
go back and look for that.
yeah, I'm a bleached blonde hot mess. Yeah,
I will look for that. Everybody look for that. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
apple pie. Apple pie.
What
Even though I love both.
fictional? You love both, but apple pie it is.
Apple pie it is.
What fictional family would you most like to join?
That's a good question.
It's deep.
It is really deep because I'm on a toss up right now. Um,
Pick the
because I
one on your left hand.
because I don't remember their last name, but I remember the show that they were on.
Okay.
And that was Downton Abbey.
Oh, yes.
What was that fan? And I'm talking the rich
The
fan.
Crawleys.
The
Is it
Crawleys.
the
There we
Crawleys?
go.
I think.
Yes,
Anyways, I know
the
exactly who
Crawleys.
you're talking about.
Because I love history and I love that kind of feel of the white glove, the
Nostalgia.
crystal, I just love that stuff. So
Oh
I
yes,
would
we
say
love
that's
that
the
show.
Crawleys. The Crawleys.
The Crawl. What's the most adventurous moment in your life?
Most adventurous moment in my life. Um, this. I'm
Hey,
I'm very boring off of camera, so this
oh
is
stop, stop! I don't think any of us believe that.
no, I
What was your favorite nickname that you've ever been given?
actually. Okay, so those who know me, my name is spelled Cayce, Casey. Weird spelling. You can thank my mother for that. And through high school, I was called Gacy. So kids were really, really creative
Oh,
with,
that's creative.
yeah. And so when we did my reality show, everybody thought on the title thing because of the font that it said Being Gacy, but it really did say Being Casey. So that's the one I remember the most is Gacy.
If you were going to take me to lunch, where are we going?
We're going to Longhorns. Even though I worked
Mhm.
there, I still crave their food a
They have
lot.
good rolls.
They had bread. They
They
had
have
that wheat bread.
bread. They have
They had
bread.
the wheat
Okay.
bread.
We're
Um,
going to talk chocolate. White milk or dark?
milk,
Okay.
milk.
What is your go-to Monopoly playing piece and why?
I would probably say the thimble. And here's why. The thimble, because it's round-ish. It's not, you can't easily push it over. Um, and I was really slow when we would play that game, so I was always left with that one. So
Oh,
that's my answer. That's my answer for it.
if a genie gave you one wish, what would it be?
I it's as Miss America as this sound, I would say world peace.
Okay.
Everybody just to chill out.
Now, I already know this one because we were talking earlier. What is your current guilty pleasure? And watch you change it up on me now.
Well, I have a couple. I have a couple. Um, I love wine a good amount. And that sounds terrible. My mom's gonna watch this and be like, Casey, you shouldn't say it like that. But I am very I like I always wanted to be uh what are the wine people called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I wanted to be one of them's. Because
Okay.
I love how they pair. It's cool how it tastes different with something different. Each wine tastes different. So guilty pleasure, I'm gonna go with wine. Pew pew
I
pew.
thought you were going to say the Chick-fil-A waffle fries. We were just
Oh,
talking about them.
well, I'm trying to slim down for the winter, Alicia. So fast food or wine?
Go with the wine. Go with the
Wine.
wine. What is the strangest thing that you know way too much about? There's a long pause while he's thinking.
I would actually have to say wine on that one too.
Okay, so maybe you are like Vision Acre says, an aficionado.
Oh, that sounds really fancy.
Isn't that fancy? If you could be any animal, what would you be? As your dog walks by and sticks his butt on the camera.
Right, Destiny. It's my interview. Um, And it's crazy to say this because you get the trolls on social media that say it all the time, but I'd love to be a pig, because really, I mean, all they do is eat, sleep, and like splash around in water. I mean, that pretty much sounds like a
They
dream.
lay in the mud and lounge underneath the apple tree all day.
And they don't have to shower and all that kind of stuff, so I'll say pig.
Okay. If you could eat only one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Chick-fil-A waffle fries.
I may have to switch it up on you again, Alicia, and say chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
We're like addicted to chicken wings. No, I take it back. Pull that back.
Back up the truck. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, back it all the way up. Chip, salsa, and cheese dip. You know, the little trio at a Mexican
Ooh,
restaurant.
yes.
Hands down. Drop the mic.
What's the favorite thing you've done in the last 24 hours? And while you're thinking, I'm going to tell everybody in the chat, I can't read the chat while I'm doing this rapid fire, so I'm not ignoring you. Favorite thing you've done in the last 24 hours?
I knitted a hat.
Ooh,
Yes, I'm
very
trying to
good.
learn. Trying to learn.
Awesome. What is a song that always gets stuck in your head?
Oh my God. Now it's not going to be in my head. I was actually just
What is it?
just watching The Voice, and it was on there, and now I can't remember what that song is. Hold on, give me a second. And no, I probably will not sing it. Oh, Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey.
Oh, and how does that go?
As sweet as Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
No, it's sweet. And strawberry wine.
Strawberry wine.
And strawberry wine's disgusting, y'all. If you haven't had it,
It's like Boone's.
it is.
And on that note, what is one thing you've tried that you'll never try again? Boone's strawberry wine.
I was about to say strawberry wine. Mm-hmm.
Ah.
No, I'd probably try that again because it's wine. That I would never try again. Nope, strawberry wine.
Okay.
Yep.
And last question, our 10 minutes is up. One more. If you were reborn, what decade would you want to be born in?
Oh, definitely 1850s.
Ooh, why the 1850s? That's a really interesting decade.
I don't know. It's just the shows that I'm like really big into right now seem to be, and they're not new shows, but seem to be in like 1800 to 1850s. And 1850 just popped in my head right off. So
are we talking like pre-Civil War shows? What are you watching that put that in your head?
God, oh my God. Let's see. Well, that one's not it. Well, is it? No, it was. No, it wasn't. No, is Versailles the 1800s, right?
I think Versailles earlier than that, but I may be wrong. I started watching Versailles.
I love it. So did I. Oh my God.
I started it and then something happened and I didn't get past the first couple episodes. Have you ever seen The Tudors?
No, but I've seen it on Netflix. Is that what I'm? Or maybe
I don't know where Tudors is on. We had the DVD series of Tudors, but
I know I've
Henry
seen
VIII and Anne Boleyn, and I believe that was 1500s.
See, I'm really addicted right now to Outlander, and I know that's not the 1850s. I know that's.
Oh, Outlander's so good, but it's so graphic I can't watch it sometimes.
See, that's my favorite parts.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, we know a little bit more about Cayce now, don't we?
Oh, I just love Jamie. I'm just like, oh my God.
Who doesn't?
I'm just like, hello.
Hello, Jamie.
I was about to say, oh, I'm married. Oh, I forgot. Sorry. But no, it's a good show. But it's definitely not 1850s. I'm trying to think. Why did I say 1850s? Yeah, because Downton Abbey, which I got addicted to, is early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going through my list.
How far did you get in Downton Abbey?
All the way through.
All the way through. Everybody plug your ears. When Matthew died, oh my God, I was heartbroken.
Oh my God. Well, one, as an actor and somebody who's been in the production world, I'm like, okay, so he's either gotten another show that pays him more and they had to kill him off, or the producers are stupid, or he slept with one of the producers and they couldn't work together anymore.
Or he
That's
was just a diva.
yeah, there's
I mean,
that
he's a
too,
pretty boy. He's a
but
pretty boy.
let me tell you, that's no reason to kill off that character because that was like a shock
No.
to all the fan base. I
Yeah,
mean, when
it
you
did.
kill it was like
I
that.
watched that. I watched that series with my granddaughter, and when that happened, she's like, "Grandma, why did you do this to me? Why did you make me watch this?"
It was so sad. I think I cried like and I'd watched it. I've been in the I'd watched it twice. I'd gone through it twice because I two of my aunts are big Downton Abbey fans, and they host these Downton Abbey parties before
Mhm.
cinnamon vanilla, as you called it, before all of that cinnamon vanilla lockdown happened.
Yes.
And so they were like, "Oh, you should watch it. Watch Downton Abbey." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I started watching the first two episodes. I'm like, don't like it. I can't get into it. And I tried and just did it. And then I came back about 6 months later, and it was like I was
Put it right here.
right
Mainline it.
here, right here.
Mainline it.
And I would watch and be like, okay, you watch and you're like, okay, one more episode, just one more. And then you're like, oh, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I have to work tomorrow. I may want to go to bed. That was how the second
Yes.
round was. So it
And we were so disappointed when it ended. It's like, oh, can it go on forever?
well, spoiler alert, have y'all not read that they're doing another movie
Awesome.
with Maggie
I
Smith?
flew I flew to California to take my granddaughter to see the last one when the Queen came.
Uh-huh.
I flew all the way to California just to take her to the movie.
What?
Yeah, that's dedication right there.
His dedication right there. Stop. Stop.
What's going on with your hair there tonight there, Cayce? When you turn sideways, everybody gets a lovely, lovely look at that beautiful man bun. Show your profile. Oh, yes. Look, did everybody know that Cayce had all that going on up there? I didn't know until we were talking before the show tonight. And I said, "Okay, so you got to put it up in a man bun. I love it."
Well, I don't know if you saw that one video where my mom used the razor for the first time, and neither one of us could figure out how to cut this up. Like this part for guys is like me, and then you're done. But we couldn't figure out how to cut this. I'm like, oh, who cares? I mean, I'm not trying to impress anybody, so just me up the side and put a little bun on it, and we'll call it a
Did you
day.
comb it down in front of your face and then cut across?
That's-
Oh, goodness. Look how long your hair is. I don't think anybody here would have known your hair was that long.
No, because I always wear a baseball cap on videos, so I try to keep all this luscious locks hidden away.
I think you're trying to get some luscious Jamie locks going on there.
I think so.
I think that's what that is. Quick, what's his love interest in Outlander? What's her name?
Claire,
Claire. Oh, you're a true fan.
I
And
am.
her husband, who is the guy back in the day, he's so creepy.
But I'll tell you, I love him as an actor. Did you see him in The Crown?
No, I've not watched The Crown yet.
Oh my god.
Must I?
Yes. Now, okay. Not a spoiler alert, but I'm gonna put it out there. They're doing 6 seasons. So the first 2 years are like, or 2 seasons are younger Queen Elizabeth.
Okay.
Then like 40s, 50s is 3 and 4, and they're just about to do 5 and 6, which is 70s, 80s Queen
Okay.
Elizabeth. And it's I don't know if you ever watched Harry Potter, but uh, what was her name? She played one of the professors, is playing Queen Elizabeth. But 3 and 4 is the best 2 seasons. And oh God, what does he play on Outlander? What was his name? What was the husband's name?
I can't remember his character's name because I didn't care for him and I didn't care for him back in the 1500s either.
Well, Jack Black was his alter ego great grandfather, but he plays Prince Philip in the third
Okay.
and does a
Jack
fabulous
Black. So you
Jack.
mentioned Jack Black. Did you know that Jack Black's mother was like this big, like astrophysicist that worked for NASA. And while she was in labor with Jack Black, she worked out everything to bring Apollo 13 back to Earth, or Apollo 11, one of the two. While she was in labor, she did all of the physics and everything to bring Apollo 11 back to Earth.
What?
Jack Black's mother, look it up.
See it.
Isn't that
See,
crazy?
y'all, this is why we watch Alicia, because she has some of the best knowledge.
Random stuff in my brain. I was playing a trivia game the other day, and Daz showed up at the very end.
Right.
And Daz, I want to show you. Look at my apron. Look at my beautiful apron. This is what I won in that beautiful little trivia show that you said that you would kick my butt in. But when I started playing trivia, Brenda Baker said, "Oh, this is no fair. Alicia knows everything, and she's gonna win." It's like, no, I don't, but I do know random stuff. I
But
won,
see, that's the
and she
best.
said, "No Googling."
I want to like, can we like trade brains for like one trivia game? Because I want to do one trivia game where I'm like, I know it.
I know it.
Now
I
I'm
know
like,
the most random, weirdest stuff. Like a song will come on, and I'll say to my husband, I'll say, "Who sings that?" He's like, "I don't know." It's like, it's Petula Clark. How is that stuck in my brain? I will never know how I get weird names like Petula Clark stuck in my head.
well, I mean,
But I get the most random stuff. Huh?
you can't get rid of what is it, Petula?
Petula Clark.
Petula Clark. I should have named my dog that.
She sings that song, Up on the Roof. Or does she sing Downtown? Downtown. It's a 50s song, but it's stuck in my head for some reason. Awkward moment because she's like, she's really weird.
No,
What's going
I'm
on?
like, I'm just trying to like downtown. I'm kind of hearing in my head, but the first one, none. I don't hear it at all. But
Yeah,
Petula, I feel like I've heard that name,
I
and I
think it might be the Downtown one. The other one's probably like the Drifters or something.
like it.
I met the Drifters. I met the Drifters, and they sang Under the Boardwalk to me. They dedicated it to me. They sang it to me. It was so wonderful. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors. Somebody just mentioned Little Shop of Horrors. That's one of my favorites too. Have you ever seen Steve Martin play the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors?
No, I haven't. Do I need to? Do I need to see this?
Yes. You need to see Little Shop of Horrors
I was about to say, I have I even seen it on stage? I think I did see it on stage.
with the big plant, Audrey too.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to watch the
I'm
movie.
a musical theater geek, so most of them I've seen in person, but I haven't seen the
Mm-hmm.
movie because I don't believe in the movies.
You've got to see this one
All
because Steve Martin plays a wonderful dentist.
of them.
Okay, so we've got Biddy Boo, we've got Dana in here, and we have Mennonite Farmhouse with Leanne.
No.
Leanne or Rochelle? See, I messed it up again. It's Rochelle. Am I right, Rochelle? And Black's Tropical Homesteads in here. Hey, everybody, now I can start paying attention to the chat. Have you guys been having fun while we've been having
That
our
crazy.
little interview, our quickie here? Along the River Homestead, Chrissy says, I got to talk to Alicia. I want to do a quickie. There's my email down there at the bottom. It's running along the bottom. Chrissy, email me
Tell you the
so I
best
can get you on the
meal ever.
calendar and we can ask you some fun questions like we asked Cayce.
It's the best quickie. And for
No,
most of us, we haven't had quickies for about a year.
well,
So,
I had a quickie last week.
oh yeah, you did. And you had a double quickie. You had Michael.
Oh, it was a three-way. It was my first three-way.
It was one of those that you were like, oh.
You were clutching your pearls. This is
It's
my
a
first
double
quickie where you
chin and
brought
all.
your dog. You
You
brought your
said,
dog to this quickie.
yeah, I did.
And you
I
put your hair up in a top knot so I don't know what you're planning.
I know I'm kinky like that. So
Oh,
I
so
can't.
we're done
Why
with
can
our
I never
quickie part,
read?
but let's keep talking.
I know. I just wish I could actually be bright enough to. Oh, I figured out how to read what people are saying. 'cause, you always watch and you see them looking and they're like, "What are they looking at? I can't
Oh,
see."
you found the chat.
I did.
Everybody's saying stuff. They're saying fun stuff.
Okay, now let me
Good night, Kitchen Shenanigans. Thank you for showing up. Hello, Joe.
oh, I see. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, so Vision Acres Homestead answered, his real name is Tobias Menzies, and he plays Jonathan Randall in Outlander. That's the husband slash bad guy.
Blackjack. Did I say Jack Black or Blackjack?
You said Jack Black before, but maybe it's Black Jack.
I think it's Blackjack. Okay, Chelsea, correct me if I'm wrong. And thank you. Y'all are on your seats listening to my craziness. I see that comment, Chelsea. Okay, and let me tell you, okay, Alicia, let me just say this because you're a bestie and you understand when my brain goes crazy. So when I did the bearded group for my
Yes,
shout out last week,
yes.
I totally like missed a lot of beardies on
As I say,
YouTube.
you left me out.
Well, I thought I was like the star, but I don't even have a beard. So I'm gonna have to redo and do a very dramatic video
It could
on.
be like a beard expose.
Yes. See,
Yes.
this is why I talk to Alicia because she tells me
You
these
have
things.
to have the dramatic music, like almost like CSI, dun
I
and then
know,
do this beard expose and bring in all your beardies in.
right?
What are
So,
you doing this for? It's
dude,
this.
oh
This is the sign. Are you
no,
doing this?
when I was in high school, that was a different sign.
That's a funny story. Lisa and I do this. Lisa and I, this is our sign, and there's a funny story behind it.
Okay, can I just tell you? And I'm sure Lisa doesn't care me saying this because we were talking about this on Instagram. Okay, so I joined this group on Facebook, because getting into the homesteading community as an openly gay male is
You're
very
gay?
hard. I know. I'm coming out on
What?
your show, Alicia.
What?
This is your viral moment. Huh?
You're my first gay quickie? And the dog? Shut up.
Did you know you were having a quickie? Come up and say hello. You're gonna jump in my camera. Come on, up here. Say hello. Come on.
Hello, puppy. He's like, no.
Yeah, she's a damn diva.
I
Um,
only had to do that over dramatic thing because one time I was in a study group. It
uh,
was 4 women and 1 black man. And he said, well, being a black man, I was like, you're black? What?
well, that's my thing with like when especially when openly gay people on YouTube always bring up, well, because I'm gay, girl, we know you is okay. Now get on with your video. I hate let's not make the video all about that. Well, anyways, I totally said that I joined this group called it was like the LGBTQ farming
It
community.
was alphabet soup farming. I mean,
Right.
how many letters can you put in it?
Right. Well, you missed the plus. It was, I think, and see, I'm such a bad gay because I didn't even know all the letters. Like, I remember LGBT. That's about it.
You got to throw the Q on the end.
But so I joined, and this one guy hit me up, and I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like, I know you from YouTube. I follow you on YouTube. I love you on YouTube. I'm like, I thought I was like big, star. Alicia, today he asked for my account number so he could get his inheritance money. Yeah. Y'all watching, that is my love life in a nutshell. He's like, no, we can share the inheritance money. I'm like, see, this is why I hate Facebook because do I look, well, I know I have a man bun, but do I look that dumb to you right now?
Oh, don't do that to your man bun. Man buns are
It's a little
awesome.
lopsided right now, so I'm trying to push her back. Oh, it's upside.
Her? Your man bun is a her?
That's her. She's a her. Well, I guess I got a blue one right now, so it may be a lesbian her. But
your man bun is confused.
Story of my life, Alicia, for real. But me and Lisa were cracking up over that. I don't know why we found it so funny, but how did I get on that topic? That's the real
Well, you were
question.
talking about something with Lisa, and then we were talking about your Nigerian prince, and now we're on to a man bun, and it's gender issues.
Ginger identity issues. Ginger. Oh no, it's because we were talking about Lisa. Lisa, the homesteading fairy. With,
Godmother.
well, I've actually switched it to the homesteading fairy.
Just the fairy. Okay, homesteading fairy.
Well, she's the fairy godmother, but me and Lisa joked that that little caricature has a really good rack. So it's not
Oh,
really the older godmother. It's just the fairy.
okay. She does have a good rack, and I'm talking about the fairy that you've got,
The
and
fairy.
that's from Shrek. The fairy
Yes,
from Shrek, the fairy
yes.
godmother from Shrek. She's got that Jane Russell cross your heart 18-hour thing going on.
I'm trying to like read as we're talking to like make sure.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is because sometimes even though this is in Georgia, this is a 10:30 live. So this is kind of like the Chelsea Lately talk show of the talk shows. So it's not
Yes.
like we're on like daytime television or anything. But I want to make sure I'm not offending anybody by stuff that I say. Yeah, so I'm
I
trying to.
I think we're good here. I think we're good in this group, so don't you worry about a thing.
Well, I mean, I could, and not to say this in a bad way, but I could really care less if I do offend people. I try to stay true to myself on my channel,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, I still don't want to make people feel uncomfortable in the chat. But
Well, you have your integrity. Hey, Jim's Kitchen.
hello,
Oh, guys, my friend Jim is here. I love Jim. Jim's supposed to be hitting me up to sing in one of his videos, and I haven't heard from him yet.
Jim, hit her up.
Hit me up, Jim. Jim's one of my very first faves when I first came on to YouTube. And Jim, I shot my video today with that candy that you and I were both making. I broke out my microwave. It's funny because um, just a few times it's happened that I'll tell my husband, I'll say, "Ooh, I'm going to do this video," and then Jim from Jim's Kitchen does it. It's like, "What just happened?" And I wrote him the other day. I said, "Seriously, I was just going to do that video." And my husband says, "Are you telling him you're going to do these things?" It's like,
I
no, it's serendipity. It's like Jim and I sometimes are in each other's brains.
think it's one of your animals. Is like what do they call a mole? I think one of the animals calls Jim.
Oh, I've got a mole living in the house.
Yes,
Oh, is
one of
that
the
what it's
chickens.
the crickets? It's the bacon cheddar crickets.
Maybe could be. It's very likely. Yeah.
Jim, I wanna give away on Jim's Kitchen. And so he sent me a gift pack, and in the gift pack was bacon cheddar crickets. And I wouldn't eat them. I had to have Papa Jim. The thing was is you had to eat one.
So it's like real crickets.
Yeah. And so Jim ate one and I was like, "Bleh." Oh, Jim,
Okay,
Cayce is fabulous, let me tell you.
Jim, you can
For
send me
three
some bacon
snaps.
cheddar. You can send me some bacon cheddar crickets. I'll try one, especially because it's got bacon and cheese on it.
Oh, they were crunchy. I was like, "Bleh."
Well,
Jim's like,
see, well, now that I hear that sound effect, I probably won't be able
yeah.
to. But
But Jim was a good.
bacon, though. Bacon. It's bacon. Oh, see, okay, I'm just like your doctors. I'm just like, come on, Alicia, it's bacon. Oh yeah, she's a
No.
vegetarian.
Cayce and I were speaking earlier, guys. We were talking about how I had seen a dietitian and I had had some heart results come back a couple of years ago. And they sent me to a dietitian. They said, "We really want you to start watching your triglycerides and we want you to not eat bacon or ham. Really, really cut it back." And I said, "I'm a vegetarian." And then they said later later on, they're like, "Really, you just really need to get down with, the bacon and the ham." It's like, again, I'm a vegetarian. You're a dietitian. What do you not understand?
Do not speak of the English.
I went to a restaurant one time and I said, "I just want like a taco salad with no meat. And they said, "You want chicken?" No, I don't want chicken. You want
No,
beef? No. Oh, you want chicken? No.
no, I
No
want
meat.
no meat. Lechuga is what I want. I want some lechuga and
No. Blech.
you don't like lettuce?
Oh, I thought you said like the tongue. That's something else. Never mind.
No, lechuga is lettuce. I'm like, girl, what salad is you having? They ain't got no
Okay,
lettuce on it.
lechuga chuga chuchu. I'll remember that then. No habla español. Mi padre viva en México 7 años. Mi no habla español.
Listen, when I was living with an ex, I became very fluent in Spanish to where I was even dreaming in Spanish. And
Really?
I started dating an American guy and
It
can't
just all flew out of your head.
it
No
left
entiendo.
the relationship, so in the suitcase, the traveled up bullshit hold suitcase. That's how it left.
Oh, well,
She said chicken, pork, or steak. Which
just
one do
rice
you
and beans,
want?
baby. Rice and beans.
Rice and frijoles. What
Yes,
name?
vegetarian and Native American equals bad hunter. I actually I got into a conversation with a friend of mine this morning. And she says, when somebody's running around with no clothes on, are they running around butt naked or buck naked? Casey, what say you?
Buck.
And why? Do you know why it's called buck naked?
Because a buck is ain't got no clothes on.
Well, she says, and I'm only bringing this up because Biddy Boo brought up Native American. The term buck naked came from a young Indian buck who usually ran around naked all but their loincloth. And so they would run around buck naked. And I
It's
said, that must have hurt when they rode horseback. And my friend said, but they had a loincloth. I said, but a loincloth is just like a little flap in the front. You know, those ghibli bits were still, they're hitting the spine on that horse while they're riding. Those poor ghibli bits.
I know the poor bading dongs are just all over the
And
place.
she said, well, I'm sure they could rearrange them so they wouldn't be riding on their ghibli bits. I said, if you're trotting on a wild Mustang and nothing but a loincloth, your ghibli bits are going everywhere. You're not tucking them anywhere.
No, let me tell you, as Alicia calls it, for someone who has jiggly bits, when you even drive over like gravel pavement, it's
Does
like,
it mess with your ghibli bits?
oh my gosh, oh yes,
Oh, I've got to tell you a
terrible.
story. I've got to tell you a story. My mother, since you were in nursing, you were going to be a nurse at one time. My mother was a nurse, and one of her first assignments was caring for this old man. And she had helped him sit up in bed and bring his legs over to the edge of the bed. And she was, pulling him forward so she could get him to the edge of the bed.
Right.
And while she's pulling him forward, he's going, my balls, my balls. And my mother, because she was so terribly innocent, she wrote in his chart the patient was complaining about his bowels. And she didn't know that they were called balls. And so she's going on and on about this poor old man's bowels.
Oh,
And he's like,
bless her heart.
he's like 97 years old going, my balls, my balls.
I'm surprised he can still. Let me tell you about feeling at that age, because back in the day, I actually was an LPN. So I worked as a nursing supervisor at a senior living community because I wanted to do labor and delivery. This is like fun fact. When I was doing nursing school, I wanted to do labor and delivery, but here in Georgia, there's so many laws against men um, as in the labor and delivery area. To even if it's a male doctor, there has to be female nurses. So they're
Mhm.
just like, yeah, we don't really hire male labor and delivery nurses. So they're like, but we can put you in geriatric oncology. And I was like, well, that sounds expensive. So I was like, okay. And so I got a job at a senior living community. And let me tell you, showering those people, the ones that don't want to shower, I learned even as a heavier man how to because they would take that shower wand and even in 80s and 90s, they'd whip that thing towards you, and you got real close with a lot of old, what did you call them, Alicia?
The old Ghibli bits,
Ghibli bits, and as one of my aunts calls it, the hoo-hoo. So
the
you got
hooty hoo.
the hooty hoo. So you learned real quick as a nurse or as a caregiver, what the bits look like and how to take care of them properly. Well, I may not want to say it that way. How to um, let's go to the question. I
Well,
see
wait,
this.
I want to tell you something. Since you brought up labor and delivery, did you hear about that man the other day that his wife went into labor at home and he had to be directed through 911 to deliver the baby at home?
Oh,
It happens a lot. But this man, he had to deliver his baby at home, and the 911 operator was trying to talk him through getting everything prepped and ready for the delivery of his child.
see it.
And she said, the first thing you want to do is go grab your razor because you need to clean and prep the area. And so he's cleaning and prepping the area, and he asked his wife, he said, honey, can you do this?
Oh, my God. Oh, and see, I'm like looking and like, oh my
What?
God, what?
It's like a nail biter. And
This is.
he's like
Can
shaking.
can I just ask anybody in the um, chat who has done home birth? Anybody in the chat done home birth?
I don't know if anybody's done home birth, but I've delivered a baby when I was 12 years old in the jungles of Guatemala, if you saw that show.
I haven't. Which one is that
Oh,
on?
yeah. I did. It's one of my 30-day questions that I'm doing, the 30 questions in 30 days. I delivered a baby in the jungles of Guatemala when I was 12 years of age.
So we got to call you like Doctor Country Mama Musing now, huh?
I'm Dr. Mama Quinn, Musings medicine woman.
Did you see that I actually have
And
said
can we talk about
that?
Sully now then?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me just quick story. Oh, before I answer the question, back in the day, this is a show that my mom would watch religiously, and I remember it from being a kid. And I was like, this show looks lame. And so when I was home by myself this weekend with all the dogs and a knitting needle, I'm like, oh, let's turn on, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. I'm almost done with season one. It is.
And then that tomahawk comes flying by and you're like, boy,
Let me tell
Sully.
you about Joe Lando, who plays Sully.
Yes.
He is purdy. That's a purdy.
That hair. That hair.
Yes. You just gotta like grab it from the back and oh,
You got to
sorry.
get up underneath like this. If you're, oh, okay. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Sorry, y'all. We're just chit chatting, like having tea.
It's a quickie. I mean, if you're going to have a quickie, you got to know how to pull the hair.
I know.
Okay.
Pull it
So
hard.
let's answer Jim's quick question. If you could invite any three famous people to dinner, living or dead, who would you invite? Well, if anybody watched my 30 questions, 30 days about who's coming to dinner, my number one choice is Betty White.
Oh yeah, I would say Betty White.
Oh, I have to have Betty White. Uh-huh. Yeah, from the back, Sherry. You know it. Thank you, Brenda. I colored it this week.
Oh, Sherry. Oh, girl, that's right. From the back,
From the back, right up under here.
and you gotta give it a good old whapa and be a little
Just a
sorry.
little sting. Sherry, yes, that's how Denzel grabs my hair. Yes, Betty White, top 10. Okay. I said Betty White. We've got two more people to go, Cayce, because we're having dinner together. We've got Betty White. Who
Okay,
else is coming to dinner?
Queen Elizabeth. We're going with that age group,
Okay.
so I would say Queen Elizabeth.
And Joe
Only,
Lando.
huh?
And Joe Lando.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Betty White for she's that friend. I feel like she'd be that friend that'd be like, he's really fine. You should go have sex with him. You know that one that, like push you to do the stuff that you shouldn't do. And then Queen Elizabeth would be like the one to be like, "You're a lady, cross your legs," kind of thing,
A
to
lady never
remind you.
reveals.
And then Joe Lando is just like beef jerky, something to mean on.
Beef jerky. He's a Slim Jim stick.
But taste,
Oh,
he'd be like that
Lucille.
sweet
Oh, yes.
teriyaki.
Dr. Ruth. Throw Dr. Ruth in for the trifecta for that age group.
Oh, okay. Hold on, Leanne, hold on. I need to look.
I do have to tell Southern Zone, Wendy from Southern Zone, I actually met Lucille Ball when I was about 8 years old.
Oh my gosh, yes, Dr. Ruth, the sex therapist.
Yes.
I need
Did
her,
you have to look
like,
her up? Did
yes,
you have to look her up?
yes. I Googled y'all,
I am
sorry.
going to pull your card.
But I kinda need her, like, right now, so she needs to come to dinner.
Oh, that would be a Jim, what do you think of our selection? Do you think that is Jim even still here?
Jim, are you
Could you see us sitting around a dinner table with our wine? We've got Betty White, Queen Elizabeth, and Dr. Ruth.
well, and we can't forget that we got me and you, Alicia, so, like, I think Queen Elizabeth would be outnumbered.
Oh, she would definitely, and that would be the name of our dinner, outnumbered. She would
Right.
definitely be outnumbered.
See, I would wear white gloves.
Ooh,
So
and diamonds.
I would be somewhat of a classy lady, yeah? Not much.
Do you cross at the knees or the ankles?
Oh, absolutely at the ankles. I
Oh,
do
absolutely.
watch The Crown, okay? I
Well, I used to do beauty pageants, so we learned how to sit and cross our legs properly.
oh, see, I'm I'm so bad because when I'm, like, sitting and talking, like, a wide angle shot, they're like, "You're such a man." Like, for a gay guy, you sit such like a man because I do like legs wide, slouched. I don't know if you can tell it here. I'm a terrible
No,
sitter. I need to
you're
I need
like moose knuckle, full front and center.
all the way. The woo kinda but I have to learn how to be a pageant lady and sit properly. I'm gonna
Sit
try that
proper.
out.
Lady never reveals. Always at the side with the ankles crossed. But, I'm not sitting that way right now. But I could.
Right. Oh, this is
The
so
man spread. Poor Brenda. Brenda says that's a scary lunch.
the man
She's
spread, yes.
Erin says, I don't think the queen could hang with those other two. I don't
You
think you
know what?
could.
I don't know. Let me tell you my theory. I think
She's a closet freak.
I think she is a closet freak. I mean,
She just can't let anybody know.
because did nobody see Prince Philip when he was younger? How can you not be a freak with that?
Well,
I mean, he was a good-looking man,
you'd have to pin the ears back, but then again, it's something to hang on to.
right? Everybody needs a little bit of gription?
Gription?
Gription? I
Well,
don't
there's grip and
know.
friction. So is that what that is? Gription?
Yes, I'll put it on a t-shirt tomorrow, gription.
Ooh, hashtag put it on a T.
I I'm telling you, Alicia, you're the world's best for that. Like, if you're, like, watching in the chats and who was I on? I was on the Ann Lynn show, and, they were like, "Oh, Country Mama Musin said, hashtag put it on a T." I'm like, "Oh, I will," and I did.
Yeah. And I've
I'm
told everybody if you put it on a T, you better send me one. That's my
oh,
finder's fee.
okay, well, I need to send you a Pew 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 shirt then,
Pew,
no?
pew, pew. We had one the other day. It was in Vision Acres, and they had taken their cow to a school for a field trip, like a field trip day. They brought the cow in, and one of the kids, and if you're still in here, Vision Acres, if you're still in here, Chelsea, one of the kids said something like that. That cow has milk wieners or something like that. That cow has 4 milk wieners, and I was like, milk wieners, put it on a T.
Oh, Chelsea, if you don't do that, I will. Oh,
Uh-oh.
something that I heard.
Jim's Kitchen's getting on it now about Prince
I'm
Philip loves a hair pulling. That's
I
why he doesn't have any left.
Oh, I had to
If
change it.
Camilla knew how to just grab from underneath in the back, he wouldn't be missing it all on the top. Oh, Cayce.
I'd have messed it up
You
now.
froze there for a minute. That was hysterical.
Okay. See, nobody else got I think I said it on Gail's live. I don't think anybody got it. But have you seen the commercial for AT&T, Alicia, where it's like when you have bad internet and you freeze on the wrong faces?
No, I don't have internet. So, I mean, I don't have TV. I don't have TV, so I haven't seen that
Okay.
commercial.
So I'm gonna reenact it for you. So it's these two women, these two black ladies, and one had just had a baby, and the sister is on video chat. And the other sister who's on video chat is really excited, and she's like, okay, okay. And she's like, and the other one's like, here's the baby. And it says, when you snub a newborn. And you know, when you like, it freezes in different ones. She was looking at the circle. She's like, oh my God. You have to go on like YouTube or something to pull it up. Has anybody else seen that commercial in the chat? Or am I
I
psychic?
want to go back and say I'm sorry. I confused Philip with Charles, and so I said Camilla was doing the hair pulling, and you know, you never know. That might have been part of it too. I could see y'all having lunch with Jim Carrey. Let me tell you a story. I was at the county fair. It was for the Southern California County Fair out in California, and they had a Jim Carrey impersonator there. And I had all four of my boys with me, and they ranged in age from like 12 down to 2. And just as a joke, we took our picture with Jim Carrey, and they thought it was the real Jim Carrey. And then he grabbed me and dipped me, and I was much thinner then. He grabbed me and dipped me, and he put his hand over my mouth, and then he just went to town like he was full on macking out with me, right? My kids are like, oh! My kids thought that Jim Carrey just full on molested their mother at the county fair. And I've got pictures. I've got pictures of my kids going, oh, and then I've got a picture after that, and my one son's like this. He was pissed.
See, I would have loved that because, like, okay, are we talking about having lunch with like the mask Jim Carrey or how the Grinch stole Christmas Jim Carrey?
Oh, or Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's over here with the Grinch. The mask, he was a very attractive masker.
I enjoyed the mask. I mean, hey, let's throw Cameron Diaz in there if we're doing that.
So I have a question for you because we were on the questions, and I have a question for you, Alicia. Have you always been a vegetarian?
No, I gave up meat about 12 years ago. 12 years ago? 10 years ago. Sorry.
Why
About
did you
10
give
years
up?
ago.
Why did you give up the meat?
How or why?
How? Yeah.
How? Just one at a time.
Oh,
I just like for I think I started in April or something. I said this month I'm just going to give up pork and not have any pork products. And then the next month I added beef and I didn't have any beef products
well,
or
what was your
pork
first one
products.
that you gave up?
I think the first one I gave up was pork, and that's because Papa Jim brought
Bacon
home
and
a
ham,
ham.
huh?
Huh?
The bacon and ham that they're trying to get you
He
away
brought home a ham, and it was a full in-bone ham, and he set it on the counter, and it had the bone sticking out of it, and I thought it just looked like a fat lady's thigh.
from.
And I found it so I don't know. It was very unappealing to me, and I thought, I don't need pork. And
Now,
then I don't need meat, and then I don't need chicken. And the very last time I even had meat, I had a chicken burrito with veggies, and the veggies were so delicious. It's like the chicken was the filler, and I
did
didn't need it anymore.
you do like tofu or anything, or you just do
Yeah,
straight veggie? Oh, you do
I'll do
tofu?
tofu. Hmm.
I tried tofu for the first time. I guess it was probably a year ago, before cinnamon vanilla. And actually, it really is not that bad.
It's not bad, and it's all in how it's prepared.
Right. And this was fried. This was a fried
Hmm. Now,
tofu.
do you have a place down there? It's almost like a fast food burrito place, and it's called Pancheros.
Mm-mm.
No, they have something called soy frito, and soy frito is their tofu, and it's fried with their fajita seasonings, and that's what I get in my burrito when I go there. It's very good.
That sounds so good. No, we have a Chipotle.
Oh, Dana has changed up the whole thing. Now we're having dinner with Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh,
And so if we're going to have dinner with Fire Marshal Bill, then we have to have, what was her name, Wanda from In Living Color? Have you ever seen In Living Color?
yeah,
Okay, never mind. Don't
yeah.
say it. I heard it in my head, girl.
No, because I see this one comment and I can't concentrate because did you see it? It says Sherry said, "Did you give up meat or did you give up mate?"
Oh, I just gave up meat. I still have the mate.
And I have not been able to concentrate. Like,
Hairball. Sorry.
but
No,
yes, no, yeah, I would add
I
Bill.
could add so much to that comment though, but I won't.
Well,
Because Jim is so great with the one-liners. Because where we used to live, they used to have this store, and they used to talk about how like their butcher shop was the top quality butcher shop that you could get
uh,
anywhere around at this one store. And my husband would always say, you could beat their prices, but you can never beat their meat.
wah, wah, wah. I mean, you
We don't
probably
know.
could beat that meat too, but all you got to do is ask. It never hurts to ask. All we can say is no.
Miss Swan. Wendy says Miss Swan. Miss Swan. Are we talking about the marvelous Miss Maisel?
Oh, to
This
have,
this conversation hasn't been PG for a long time. This is why it's a quickie, friends. It's a quickie.
I was about to say, now, and y'all know, y'all, when y'all saw my chunky ass picture on Country Mama's advertisement, y'all knew it wasn't going to be PG. Y'all
I
knew.
love that picture of you sitting back drinking that wine.
You know what's funny? Okay, let me tell you a funny story behind that picture. So really, actually, we're about to Saturday take the pictures for our Christmas cookbook that's coming out because that picture on the promo ad was from our summer cookbook. And when we took that picture, we
Yes,
wanted it to
Wendy.
kind of feel like spring. So we were like, okay, longer sleeves, pants, kind of springy going into summer. Well, it was summer. It was like 97 degrees. And so when the photos were being taken, we had to stop and I had to keep on changing and like drying out because I had the armpit sweats. So I had a hair dryer that I'm like trying to like dry it so that I don't see a picture in the cookbook and it's like dark spots right here in my white hair. It was I I was in such a bad mood that whole day because I'm hot because it's 100 degrees. I'm
And it's not
sweating
HAWT either.
no, 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 no. Nowhere near the HAWT. I had like titty sweat hot, armpit sweat hot, a little bit on the lower back,
You got a little bit of butt gravy going on.
pretty much. Plus, I had to make me look my youthful self. I had a little bit of foundation, and so I'm sweating it. So I'm like tan from here down and white from here up. So they had to like keep on touching me up here. And then I learned if you spray with hairspray, your makeup doesn't run.
It sets your makeup. We did that in the pageants.
So literally, they're like daubing me and spraying. And when I say they, a lot of people don't know that we had like a little crew that shot our reality show. It wasn't a big like production crew; it was about 4 people. But they would touch up our makeup and then they'd spray it, and I'd be like, "Oh, big bitch is sweating again. Can I get a touch up?"
Ah,
And we get
I
a
did a fashion show one time, and I put on this
Shanae.
beautiful
Oh,
little
sorry, Shanae.
banana.
Oh, Shanae.
They are talking over here so much about In Living Color and about how Jamie Foxx was Wanda. Just I've watched some of those over again. Those characters, I love those characters so much.
Okay, so speaking of Shanae, though, from Martin, there. This is so bad. Oh Lord, please forgive me. You know my heart.
You're
There
going
was
to
a
hell.
girl,
I'll meet you at the bar.
yeah, just get me a martini, with a good solid lemon twist, extra dry.
Oh,
Uh,
you don't play that.
so at the, oh my God, I cannot. Daz, I'm trying to focus. And there was this girl at Kroger who looked just like Shanae. And every time I would go into that Kroger, I had to be like this because I didn't want to like scream out to her or like go and hug her or say some one-liners. um, but it was pretty sad because it had the braids and everything, you know. That was my story about
I,
Shanae.
I think one of my favorite characters, though, they were talking about earlier was, oh my God, Men on Film. Hated it. Daz, you're full of them tonight. But I thought Wanda was so hysterical in that show. There's so many fun things in that show. one day,
Sorry.
one day I dropped something on my foot here in the house, and I don't know what happened, but it hurt so bad. I just had this guttural reaction. I was like, oh, and so now I watch Lorraine on Mad TV, and she kicks things. Have
Oh
you
my
seen
God.
her?
Okay, I think I've seen once.
You've got to see Lorraine when she goes to the dentist. And yes, Miss Swan. I know you guys are talking about Miss Swan, and she's funny too. And yes, she does play in The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Have
Is
you seen that show, Cayce?
the marvelous? No,
The
no.
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I think you might enjoy that one.
I need to. I have a like a laundry list of show. I'm like burping over here. Sorry, y'all. I have a laundry list of shows that I have been meaning to tune into, but I'm too busy with all like watching YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube's been the thing lately. I have to go back to what Danny is saying, and she says, "What about Stuart?" My brother-in-law is the epitome of Stuart, and we make fun all the time because our brother my brother-in-law, I hope my sister's not watching this. My brother-in-law will walk around and I'll be like, "Look what I can do. What I can do." And he's hysterical. And every time we see a picture of him, it's like, "Oh my gosh, he's Stuart." They need to dress up for Halloween one time as Stuart and his mother.
Ugh,
Oh, Brenda, I haven't seen hardly any of these shows. Mad TV, look up some skits from Mad TV, Brenda.
they are
Mad
really
TV
funny.
and then In Living Color. And you know what I really think this world needs right now? We need to have a revival of In Living Color. We
Yeah,
really do.
it's all the revivals. Like that's the big thing now. So they need to like step it up.
We need to bring back In Living Color the way it was when there was harmony and you could actually make jokes and not worry about being too PC.
Yeah.
The butt heads. Does anybody remember the butt heads on In Living Color? That was hysterical. They had a lot of fun things there, and Mad TV too. Lots of good things that I think in today's world they're not at all politically correct, but that's what we need. We need to go back to when it was okay to laugh and have fun and get along
Right.
and just have real life. Bland's loves In Living Color. I don't know if we have Monica or if we have Eric today.
I was about to say, who is it? Well, they're probably together because they were just on the other. They were on Rolling with Raquel's. I think it was like a marriage talk show kind of thing.
Oh,
I did see that.
um, let's see. We need more originals like Quickies with Country Mama. Oh, thank you.
Oh well,
Thank you.
speaking of originals, I'm just going to kind of put this out there, Alicia, since we're
Yeah.
both on live, and two
Uh-oh.
other of us. Oh, it's Monica. Eric is upstairs getting kids situated.
And
Um,
exactly, Dana.
that speaking of originals, that there is about I always get bad with numbers. There's 5 of us that are going to start doing a morning talk show coming up in December, and me and Alicia are 2 of the 5.
3 snaps up.
I know it's gonna be called Round the Hay Barrel, so y'all have to tune in. Hey girl, hey.
It's about, hey.
Hey. And Monica and Lisa. I think Lisa's still in
Okay,
here.
so since we haven't been politically correct at all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask Cayce.
Mhm.
Cayce, how does a gay horse say hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey girl, hey.
We need to have a gay horse mascot.
Oh, Sherry said we need a late night talk show. Um,
Hey.
yeah, sometimes we do. I don't know. Okay, so I call her my child. I don't know what my child is doing. When I actually do have children, God help me, because this one's a lot. This one's a lot.
Well, have you been on any of my lives when my dog yaks?
No,
Oh,
or maybe I didn't know what it was. I probably have been, and not.
oh. I have people in the chat going, holy hell, what is that? It's like, it's my dog. She doesn't barf, but she makes this noise. And people are like, is there a pig in the house? Is that your husband? What is that?
Yeah, I'm talking about you, girl. Over here.
So tell everybody a little bit more about this round the hay
Okay,
barrel.
so hello, Coupon Gale. Hello, y'all. I'm actually getting to see the chat now, so hello. So when I actually reached out to Alicia and Lisa and Cayce from Boots and Bounty and Monica from Bland's Promised Land Ranch, what did I about a month ago, right, Alicia? Maybe
Yeah,
even
about.
longer than that. And I had just been pondering about this idea. It's kind of like The View, the talk show, but actually entertaining.
Oh my God, it's the pew. Pew,
It's
pew,
the
pew.
pew, pew, pew. Okay, put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on
Uh,
a tee.
but basically, it's going to be a morning kind of talk show about homesteading and that kind of stuff. So it's not going to be. We'll have like not public. Okay,
Don't
current
say pubic.
event. You said what?
I said, don't say pubic. Public.
Oh yeah, no, that would go back to Sherry saying that we need a nighttime talk show. If I said pubic, um, but a morning kind of like fun, get your day started YouTube Live, and it will transition into podcasts. You'll be able to get it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. So if you can't
We's gonna
get
be
enough of the five
famous.
of us, then go and download it. And it's I think it's going to be fun because all five of
It's
us
gonna
are a
be
hot
it's
mess.
gonna be fun and it's gonna be awesome. And Whoopi is just gonna be jealous.
Whoopi, it well, maybe I'll start wearing my hair like Whoopi instead of the man bun.
I've got a mop I can send you.
Oh, see, that would be very
That
sweet
her
of you.
white braids. Does she still have those? I don't watch, so I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't think who's a oh,
Hi,
oh.
Gail.
But yeah, so we're talking mid-December that will be coming out. So
And I do want to say I've seen the promo photo that he has done up here for us that Cayce has put together, and it's like I look really hot, even though I'm just a shadow silhouette. I'm smoking.
well, let me tell you that I look really hot because I am highly edited, like People Magazine. My guy that oh, I just saw Casey shave your eyebrows. I'm like, girl, no. Who just told me that? It's Chelsea. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Monica, I'm skinny in the shadows. Oh, girl, you're skinny regardless, girl. I literally found y'all's picture and turned it into the shadows, so that's why it looks
uh-huh.
everything.
Sure. Sure. I look like the silhouette that's on the back of a good old boy's truck, the fat chick one that's supposed to be the joke of the one that's on the mud flaps. That's me.
But no, let me say, okay, from one thicken to another, boys love us. The new skinny girl kind of thing is slowly turning into 2019.
There you go.
This
I
is
mean,
our
even a dog likes a little meat on their bones.
abs. Okay, you have said hello. Now it is my time.
8 babies, Monica. You look wonderful for 8 babies.
I know, girl. I am. That is, I am excited about having kids, and even more excited that I do not have to birth them. So that's what I always say. I will give it to y'all that have.
Monica said she had to sit sideways. I like when I look like this, but then I see in my videos when I turn sideways, I'm like, oh, Ursula.
Well, I
I
mean,
know.
like sumo wrestler right now. So,
Please tell me you're not wearing a diaper. If
um,
you've got the sumo knot and then a shirt and a diaper, I don't know what I'm going to do.
yeah, no, no. Diapers are in short supply right now. I'm not going to waste my money on that.
Oh, bless you, Monica or Danny. That's wonderful. Guys like meat and taters. Yes, they do.
Oh my gosh, I
I
really would
think
like
I think we lost Jim's Kitchen, but I think he had a really good time in here.
he started a good conversation on who we would have at a dinner party.
He did, and he said he liked his meat, and then he left. So I think he, I think he went to bed. If
I
you
was
have
like,
not, yeah, if you've not had the chance to see Jim's Kitchen, he is hysterical,
I
and he
think I
uses
have.
filters. He uses filters. Sometimes he's a grandma. Sometimes he always puts costumes on. And now he's doing a whole musical series on mug cakes. There he is. He's here. He's back. He said, "Yes, I did," and now he's back. He's here. Oh, but he just has the best. My granddaughter loves him. I showed her his channel one day, and she was like, "Oh, I love him." She watches Jim's Kitchen more than she watches me, but
Well, let me
I
tell you
love it
that
because he's so
your
great.
your videos with your granddaughter and the pictures you post of y'all doing stuff together is so freaking precious.
Thank
I could
you.
like die. It
She's
is.
awesome. She turned 11 today. Today's her birthday. Everybody wish
Oh,
her happy
happy
birthday. She's a
birthday!
queen and she's got the hormones to go with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I just think it's so sweet. I always see it. I'm always like, Mom, see, you're about to have this soon. She's like, it's okay. Please put it away for it. I'm gonna,
hey, you tuck those Ghibli bits. She's not
okay.
ready.
Yeah. Well, I do have a brother and a sister-in-law,
Yes.
so they need
And
to.
are they thinking of procreating?
They want to.
Is her
Sure.
biological clock ticking?
Well, I'm trying to think of how much without her killing me if she watches this. She's my age, so she's a little bit older than my brother. And the good thing is we both want 4, because I think I was joking with Monica about her 8, and I want 4, and my brother and Tara want 4.
There's
Uh,
your 8.
so there's our 8 right there.
I don't know if I have any mods in here tonight, but if I have mods, if somebody could drop Jim's Kitchen's link, I would appreciate it. You guys will love him.
Oh,
And
Brenda
I
did.
think, Jim, I haven't looked at your numbers lately, but I think you're pushing 1,000. I think if you're not there already, you're getting pretty close to hitting that magic number. So I think if you guys would love him, go check him out. He is just absolutely hysterical. And every time he tells you something, he gives you a little bit of history behind it. So I think it's really, really great. Really great. You just left Jim's house. Uh-huh. I know. I know. My husband and I had a whole discussion on Sherry's husband's hands. They're like just like he's just
Oh my god.
massive.
No, literally, like literally size of like my face
Yes.
bigger.
Massive. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate it. Thank you, Daz. Um, but great channel, great channel. Everybody's channels here are so wonderful. But I don't think Jim has been in this circle yet of all of my homesteading friends. So, and yes, Sherry, he's a big dude. Look at her emoji. Her emoji says it all.
Well, that's how I'm feeling. I'm like,
Oh, clutch those pearls. Are you getting the vapors? Are you getting the vapors?
just forget us.
Is there enough wine?
She's empty now. She's empty.
Oh, I have to remember that sometimes when somebody says, I'll be at your house or I just left your house, it's a YouTube thing. That's what I was like, yeah, you were over at his house. Sure you were.
Well, see, sometimes
It's
I'm
funny.
like convinced. I'm like, "Ooh, girl, but tell me the juice. Just left his house. Oh, how was that? How was that?"
Coupon Gale says her other channel is friends with Jim. Jim's Kitchen's awesome. He's awesome.
I really I don't want to like. Let me see if I can just hold on. We about to. I think because I think I've already subscribed. I'm like doubling it up, and
And while you're looking that up, I'm going to drop the link to the channel here. If anybody wants to come up and
yeah,
be part of the
I
panel.
I is a subscriber.
You is a subscriber already?
I is a subscriber.
All right.
Mhm.
Awesome. So there's the link. If anybody wants to come up. Did
I
I
think
see Sherry's Halloween night that shows how big her husband is? I've seen a portion, and yes, the man is massive.
I haven't seen. Can we drop that photo?
Yeah, we can't drop a photo, but go over to Black's Tropical Homestead and look at their Halloween night.
Oh, I think I saw the promo
Oh,
for
he's
that.
like the Pharaoh.
Sherry.
He's like the Pharaoh. And she and I, we had some fun conversations on her channel the other day. I think there was a lot of pearl clutching.
Okay, so
Yes, he was in a skirt. I know you were talking about he'd have to be bending over awfully carefully. I don't think you can drop the photo. Jim, go over to Black's Tropical Homestead and see what Sherry's dealing with on a nightly.
oh my god. Yeah, I'm actually like ready to go on Sherry and her hubby's live. I couldn't one day. I was actually traveling and they had Maddie from Itty Bitty Homestead Committee on. But I'm ready to go on and oh my god, easy access. I can never I'm trying to be a good Christian woman and talk about being on the live and I see easy access. And oh, I just clutch my pearls again. Sherry,
And his heart's just all aflutter.
it is a flutter. I'm gonna type the private chat one so I can.
I'm gonna be having a quickie with Sherry and her husband too.
When is y'all's quickie?
I don't know off the top of my head. You know, I'm booked for quickies all the way through February. It's the most action I've had all year.
Oh my gosh! And
I
see, my mom's
know.
gonna be the
We
best.
have so much fun.
I love it. I see. I always thought about. Thank you, because I was like, I was panting over here, Sherry.
He's
Um,
got the sweats going.
no, I love lives. Lives are so entertaining to me. And when you started this quickie thing, I'm like, girl, quickie at 10:30 here in Georgia. It's the best thing ever. Because then you're still asleep by midnight. For us oldies,
Sure,
not back
sure.
in my 20s.
We
Like,
have our quickie and then we cuddle and chit chat. It's wonderful.
right. Lives are great.
Sherry, behave yourself, sweetie. Look at he just gasped.
With who?
I don't know, Sherry, with
I'm
who?
just kidding. No.
Gail is going to be having a quickie here at Country Mama on the 22nd.
Oh, that's exciting.
So I've got all kinds of people all lined up for quickies, and each one's going to be different, and each one's going to be fun in their own way.
Well, you know what? I was so funny. When I was thinking of the day for our morning talk show, I was like, oh, and people can start their day with us and then end it with Alicia's quickies. So you can jump out of bed with Alicia in the morning and then crawl back in bed for a quickie at night with Alicia. I think it's a double whammy. I think it's kind of like, well,
Big
bam.
money, big money, big money. No whammy. Oh, it's almost midnight back there, guys. Dana, he is turning a little red. Now, see, Sherry was saying that Cayce wants a threesome, and Sherry should jump up here and be on our panel.
I know. Come on, Sherry.
Let's
Come
mix it
on.
up a little bit. Come on, Sherry. Don't be shy.
I got my man bun ready for you and everything.
What did you call that earlier? It was like a grip traction.
Yeah.
He got some grip traction action.
To grab it good from behind. So when we were waiting, y'all, funny story. So when you do lives with folks, there's like a waiting room before it goes live. So me and Alicia are talking, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna put it in a man bun. So I at first was almost gonna do like the pebbles from the Flintstones. You know what I'm talking about, Alicia?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to hold on and do the
Yes. When she was little.
like little pebbles, but I was like,
Yes.
no, that's not very quickie like. Because you need
Good
like
night, Jim. Thank you so much for popping in. It was
hi
wonderful
Jen.
having you here. Every Monday, 9:30 Central, we're going to be doing quickies. I'd love to have you in. And please write to me about singing, unless you heard me sing in one of my prior videos and you decided to not do that, because sometimes it's good and sometimes it's like Alicia with a pickle on top.
Me and Alicia were singing before,
Yeah, we
and
need to work on that. Our timing was off.
I don't know. I think we could tour. We could put Chris
We
Stapleton
could.
like out of business.
We would make Simon smile.
I'm saying, hey girl, hey, singing about what? We were singing a Tennessee whiskey.
We were.
Mm-hmm.
One of
Is
my
that
guilty pleasure songs, and not that I know all the words to it, but I love to sing it, is Wagon Wheel.
Darius Rucker, right?
Yeah. Like that comes on. If we're driving down the road and that comes on,
There.
the windows go down and I've got my hands out the window and I'm like, rock me, baby, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, baby. I'm just singing, having a good time. And then Jim will sing with me, which is a rarity.
Well, I want to see that. I want to see you and Papa Jen sing together.
Oh, I've got a great video of him somewhere when we were driving in my Mustang convertible when we lived in California, and he was singing Kid Rock. And he was singing, I don't know if you've heard it, but there's a song that Kid Rock sings about like his girlfriend left him, but he's got a new girlfriend and she's half her age and twice as hot.
Oh.
And he sings that while we're driving through the little place where we lived. And it's so funny to see him sing Kid Rock. That was fun. So, well, nobody wants to come up with us. I think we're just too much action. We're just like too much.
Sizzling.
We're sizzling.
Sizzling.
Uh-oh. All
Oh,
the words to baby got back.
okay. I do too. And I love that song.
I don't need words. I just got the back. As I am so cool. I'm so hot that I'm trying to drink my water with the lid on. Did anybody catch that?
No, but have you not catch that I tried to take a sip from an empty glass
From
for
an
like
empty glass.
sips?
How can we possibly have a quickie when we can't even drink?
Okay, see, this is why I'm doing the video, Alicia. Okay, like, did you read it right there?
Danny would have to put clothes on and she's too cozy to move. That one?
No, Vision Acres.
Chelsea is sleeping. My beard doesn't qualify to be new Cayce. He's going to remedy that.
I'm
We're going to
gonna
have a whole
remedy
beard expose.
You have a membership, a lifetime membership, free of charge.
Cayce's Beard Club for all.
Right. And all it costs is
Oh,
two
Dana,
$2.99.
I hope you feel better soon. I didn't realize you were sick, Dana. I was so focused all these times on the little baby. I didn't notice you were sick too. Sorry, hon.
Oh, feel better?
Yeah, feel better, love. All right, so like nobody's gonna come on because they're either half dressed or sick
I
or
was
just
dressed.
okay. All right, guys. Well, it is midnight. where Cayce is.
It is.
And I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I probably should get to bed so I don't go in looking like death warmed over. Um, but everybody cross your fingers for a good doctor's visit tomorrow. I would appreciate that. Oh, oh, wait, wait. Now it's a party.
Now it's a party.
Now we got a little three-way going here.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hello,
Hello,
Sherry.
doll.
Where are you at? What do you got in the background there? You got a lot of big wood there on that nakey.
That is Jekyll Island, Driftwood Beach.
I'm just saying it's a lot of big wood
A lot of big wood, a lot of big
on a
wood.
nakey
Ooh,
beach.
you're gonna make me clutch my pearls again.
Hello, Cayce.
Hi, doll. How you doing?
Fine, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had a
Have
quick
you recovered from all of your Halloween night excursions?
We walked a lot, but yeah, we just like to walk around and see people.
Mm-hmm.
part.
People watching, that's fun.
Yeah, Savannah is fun. So now we'll chillax for a little while and play in the yard.
So did you guys, are those like your costumes or did you rent them?
No, those are our costumes. We buy
I was just saying,
costumes.
you can't rent something that big for him off the rack.
No, you can't. And
Oh my god.
it's interesting because the people love to see him, and they kept asking like, "Where did y'all get that costume?" And I was saying, "From the Halloween, the spirit store." And they were saying, "Oh, because when I go in, I never see the muscles." And no, those are his muscles. We didn't buy that.
You should have really played it
Right.
up like you were time travelers.
Why
And
am I
that's just
okay?
his
I gotta
every
pull it
day.
up.
Good night, Leanne. Good night, Lisa. I know we
Good
said
night.
we were going to go to bed, and then our friend Sherry popped in. So we're just going to have a little bit of fun, and then we'll go to bed because I have to go to the doctor's in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the picture now.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What? Oh, I can email you a picture.
You can keep it in your wallet, is what she's saying.
you know, you gotta put one right there on the dashboard.
Yeah, I can email you a picture.
Not if you have Progressive. That's going to mess up all of your insurance right there if you keep it on your dashboard.
Yeah, I can email. Actually, Cayce, I can email you a nice picture.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Dang. It's all a
Because
flutter.
when we went to the Nakey Beach.
Oh
We
my
took
gosh.
pictures.
Nikki.
Oh.
Where?
Oh. Now
Because
you're talking.
Alicia, did you know that both me and Sherry are in Georgia? So we're Georgia folks. Where in Georgia is there a Nakey Beach?
We went to one in West
He
Palm,
is
Florida,
Oh, okay. I ain't been there.
but they are all over.
See, okay, my ex wanted to do that, but I just was just like, I don't. Okay, I like see. Okay, naked people doesn't bother me, yeah,
Mhm.
but I don't want to see everybody naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the beach we went to, it wasn't too busy, so but it was a little weird
Good night,
because it was
Dan.
our first time. But it was
You'd be
nice.
amazed that once you're acclimated to the area, your vision's up here.
Yeah, yeah. Like the only thing bothered me was the guy fishing. Other than that,
You keep
I
talking about
was
this man fishing. I need to know
I
about this
was
man fishing.
very disturbed about the guy fishing, and I just kept thinking about him reeling that hook in, and my
Well,
mind wasn't
Snagging
right.
himself.
what
Yeah,
was he fishing with?
with a fishing pole, but he was butt naked, so it was
Just
weird.
making sure it wasn't like one of those like.
A happy fisherman.
No, let me see if I can find you a good one. But that was
Uh-oh.
fun.
Mike said Casey stopped clutching the pearls and had to grab the seat. Yes, I did.
He had to grab himself.
You
Oh,
gotta
Dana,
hold
I
on.
understand that one. Don't I know that one?
Let me tell you, I even in my previous relationship, I was always like the prude old lady in that relationship. So I joke about clutching the pearls, but I do a lot because I'm like, oh,
Oh my
oh,
goodness.
oh my.
I have to tell you while she's looking that picture up. When we went to Jamaica, we flew out of LA and we had a rather long layover over in South Carolina. And we were exhausted. And so I said, we're just going to go find a corner to lay down and sleep. And we'll sleep for a few hours until our next flight comes in. And I had this really cute dress on and it had this little crisscross V front in it. And I was laying on my side and I'd fallen asleep. And when I woke up, I was laying on my side and like one breast kind of just like fell out of my dress because I was laying on my side. And there was this man over us and he was taking my picture. And I was like, oh, curl. I was clutching the pearls going, oh my God. And then I went down to Jamaica and I ran around naked for 7 days. And I was like, here.
You can all have a piece.
Everybody's had a
You're
picture.
welcome.
That is so much fun.
It was very liberating. It was very fun. People are very, very accepting and nobody cared. And like Sherry said, just being in the ocean water was hysterically fun. And I
Yes,
was
it,
looking
it
over it
make you
LOL.
it make you never want to go to a regular beach again.
Yeah. Matter of fact, when we first went to where we were, they had the regular beach and then the clothing optional beach. And so we went to the regular beach and there was only like two of us, just Jim and I just sitting there. And then you hear all this fun happening over on the other side of the beach. So it was like, okay, we'll go over to the other side of the beach. And so we got brave and we dropped trow and went over and we just had the best time.
I need to try out a nudist beach because the only thing that I've tried, and this, I was waiting for a question like this from you, Alicia, because I was ready for like those deep questions, those like sharing personal story questions. And I was probably early 20s when this happened. Everybody was talking about these a bathhouse and
Dad.
a what?
Oh, Daz is saying he still has that picture he took of me at the airport. If I want it, he'll email it to me.
Nice.
I'm sorry, Casey, continue.
Well, I thought you said dad, and I was like, who's? Where?
Yeah, what?
Well, when I said bathhouse, but no, when I was first told about a bathhouse, I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Like, kind of like a universal cleaning place for us girly men. And so me and my ex went to one, and this was late night. I think it was like 2:00 is when it opened. I walked in, and I just saw your email, Sherry, pop through my computer.
Timing.
I walked into this bathhouse, and first of all, it's dark. I don't know if anybody's been to a bathhouse, but my crazy ass. And there was the sweetest, like she's probably was like 75, 77-year-old woman at the front checking IDs. And I'm like, well, why do we need IDs to go into a place where we're going to shower? And so she checked IDs and it was a bowl of condoms that she handed out afterwards. I'm like, oh my God, my grandma just gave me a And so it was the worst experience of my life. I was clutching a pearl the whole time.
Oh, that's not all that was clutched.
No, yes, everything clutched.
Dana over at Biddy Booze needs a little more information, Casey. She needs some education here.
Okay.
As gingerly as you can.
So a bathhouse for gay men is where you go to hook up with randoms. And there are a hole in the wall, so you don't even got to look at the person. You put it through the hole, and it was
glory.
It's like where people go after the strip club. So the grandma that's checking the IDs at the strip club goes to the bathhouse for her after hours job and pass out
her after hours
present. And
I don't want to say job.
Like she's sitting there like, hi, welcome. And I'm like, oh, how sweet. And then you walk in, I'm like, no,
She
don't
just
say
wants
grandma.
everybody to be clean.
I'm wondering why at first there's like strobe lights as you're walking in. It's like dark and like strobe lights. It was terrible. But a bathhouse is where you go to hook up. Like it's
And
terrible.
see, one of the questions that just didn't get asked tonight was what was one of your most embarrassing moments? But we
Oh,
just didn't get to it. And I wonder if that one would have come up.
it would have. Because this is like the start of me and my ex splitting up because I was like, this is not cute. Like, why would you bring me here? It's like, you're such a prude. I'm like, I thought this was a bathing house where you could bathe and be clean. Do
It
not make
is.
me a
If you're
prude.
going to name it what it is.
Right. Name it
So
a
the people
nasty
know.
wall.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of a bathhouse?
No.
Oh God, you don't want to know. Trust me.
I've heard reference, but I've never delved into exactly what happens.
Well, I delved and ran. So I was delving and then diving out. It was not like the name.
There are a lot of things like that. There are a lot of things
Not
like
as
that when you
clean.
innocently do something and then it's like, wait a minute, this isn't what I thought it was.
This is
Yeah.
wall. And don't put a 70-year-old grandma at the front door and think, that's going to be like make everybody feel comfortable. It made me feel even more comfortable knowing that like maybe she was knitting something at the front while I'm back here. Like it's not okay.
What was she knitting? Condoms?
She was one of those. Let me tell you, because I remember her. Sherry, I don't know. Have you ever heard of Claremont Lounge? In
The
Georgia?
what
No.
lounge?
Claremont Lounge. It's widely famous in Georgia for like they call it where strippers go to die.
Oh goodness.
The retired ones go there. And there is a woman named Blondie who works there. She's pretty famous and she crushes beer cans. And that's who the lady at the front door reminded me of when I saw it. Like 70-year-old, like tan, like super tan, that it's like leathery
Like
looking.
that lady from Something About Mary?
Yes.
Oh, so is this place still open?
Yes.
She wants to go.
Claremont Lounge? No, you and hubby need to go to Claremont Lounge. If you're in Georgia, I know it's like 3 hours, but still, Claremont.
We love Atlanta.
No, I'm telling you, it is the place to go. If you haven't gone and you live in Georgia, you have to. It is.
Yeah.
I mean, there was an 87-year-old stripper for a while that was there.
Jim's Kitchen says it's still open.
We gonna find out.
Yeah, Jim's Kitchen is still open. Isn't that crazy? Like a lot of places shut down because of cinnamon vanilla. But not Claremont Lounge and not Blondie. I think Blondie even still works there. And she's heading into her mid-80s.
When we were down in Texas, Jim's brother, he used to have a restaurant, so he would cater food, and he would cater food to one of the strip clubs.
Uh-huh.
And he said, "Oh, we should go. Let's go to the strip club." So we all got in the car one night and we went to the strip club. We're having a blast. And the funniest thing that I can remember is when my brother had this restaurant, when Jim's brother had this restaurant, he had little like fake dollar bills with chickens on them. And they were called chicken bucks. And you could like collect your chicken bucks and then turn it in for like a bucket of chicken. And so they're standing at the stage and they're just like, and these chicken bucks were There's chicken bucks flying all over the stage instead of real money.
Wait, did the strippers accept it?
Well, I mean, it's dark enough in there. I don't think they didn't know probably till they got back to the dressing room that they just had a bunch of chicken bucks.
The bad thing is strip clubs in Georgia actually have the best chicken wings, like the best pizza.
Well, this was in Texas, so that's pretty close.
I guess southern strip clubs are really good for food. Like you wouldn't think like, oh, let me go to a strip club and get some hot wings.
Well, all of this food was for the girls.
Oh.
It wasn't for the actual strip club. That he was feeding the girls in the back.
Oh,
Oh,
and then giving them chicken
really
butt.
sweet. That is so thoughtful of him.
Wasn't that sweet of
stripper
him?
bingo.
Yeah, stripper bingo. Oh,
Stripper bingo.
it's in the chat.
Oh,
Banana.
Jim's Kitchen says he'll be in Georgia for Christmas and he's excited to see Blondie again. Isn't it a small
Mm.
world?
I'm telling you, she's pretty world famous. You have to look her up. Google her, Blondie, Blondie.
Yeah, he spelled it with the D-I. He knows what he's talking.
Let's
Everybody
see.
in Georgia
We
know
went to
about.
that strip club. Jim and I are sitting at a table, and this girl comes over and she sits on Jim's lap. And, I'm not the jealous type, but she's sitting on Jim's lap and she's talking about how, she's trying to raise money to go to school, the whole thing. And then she says to me, she looks at me, and of course, I wasn't as big then as I am now. But she looks at me and she says, if you would just vacuum your house in these stripper shoes, you'd lose weight. I do all my housework in my stripper shoes.
Well,
I was
you're
like,
talented.
girl, get
Okay.
off my husband's lap.
Oh,
You're
I
telling me
found
how to
her.
lose weight. You can go.
Oh, Lady Chablis. Oh, Jim's Kitchen's talking about Lady Chablis.
Oh, I miss her
Lady
so
Chablis.
much.
Yes. What a beautiful soul. I met her a couple times before she passed. Blonde.
Is that Goldie?
Blondie.
Blondie.
Can't really see, my thing is blurring out. All I can see is blue fur.
Yeah, and boobs.
Oh, and that's her.
Good night, Brenda. Thank you. Dana says she went to Hooters once and the food sucked. I went to Hooters and had the fried pickles. I did not like them.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Hooters food.
Yeah, I never go to Hooters.
And I mean, I don't go to look at Hooters anyway, so
I was
just,
going to say, most people don't go for the food.
I mean, they're pretty girls. And did you know, here's a funny side story. Alicia always gives fun facts. I'm giving a fun fact here.
Okay.
So when I was still waiting tables, I worked at Longhorn Steakhouse for about 15 years. And I was ready to move on because I wanted to go into management. And so I applied for Hooters management. Not because I wanted to wear the Hooters uniform, but in one of the interviews with one of the female hiring managers, she said they normally look for gay male managers.
Yes.
I did not know that.
really
It was a
makes
guy
sense.
dressed.
So that they will not, there's no temptation for the girls.
That's
Mhm.
good.
She said, I love your energy. And when she did like this, I'm like, oh my God, am I that flaming that I'm like, I was trying to be very professional in my interview. And she was like, it's okay, honey. We usually only hire gay men. I was like, oh, okay, girl. Yeah. But I ended up not doing it. But
Where's that W4 right now?
no, it's a funny side story that they only hire gay men because of the non-temptation of girls in the uniforms.
That
Right.
makes sense.
Which the girls wear pantyhose under the shorts, so there's no temptation.
Yeah.
So not cute.
Uh-oh. Look at my churn.
And mine's whining over here.
So Dana says that her ex-son-in-law took them to Hooters, and Rick said the food sucks, and Mikey said it ain't about the food.
That's true.
And Rick said,
That's
well,
true.
I have the other right here, and it's all paid for. That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
I really was thinking that. I was like, because when you're interviewing with somebody, there's so many like things that you can't say and can say. Like with the gender stuff now, don't even get me started on that. There's so many things you can't ask anymore. And so when she started getting that, I'm like, whoa, she's getting real friendly. Like, I thought we weren't supposed to ask that. And then when she said that, I'm like flaming it up. I'd throw my hair out.
You're flaming it up.
I was ready to get that job, huh?
Like I wish more people could just let loose and have fun and not be so serious all the time.
Right. Like, my thing is, when people especially get on a social media platform such as YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, one, you're putting yourself out there. So
Hmm.
know that you're going to get judgment regardless. But if we could just, all these trolls that come out like, girl, you're watching my live. Okay. If I offend you, you did click. You already saw my pictures. It offended you. And now you're in the live. Let's just be cool and just go with it. Like, why is everything
Yeah,
be so um, politically correct? As a better term, like
yeah.
Click
we.
out and go somewhere
Well,
else.
no, Alicia, you said the other day, and then I made a video and somebody left a comment that I deleted, calling me a fearmongerer. First of all, I am no fearmongerer.
They
Okay,
called you one too?
yes, and it wasn't. Who was your buddy that was on? No, it wasn't you. It was Gail's. There was a troll that comes into
Oh, I
our.
was gonna say that buddy hasn't visited here yet. So
No, it was a troll on Gail's live that I was
yeah,
on.
I've seen him.
Um, but at least he was a nice troll. I mean, he wasn't
Oh,
saying
was that Harvey?
Harvey, yes.
Hmm.
But this one that was just like literally a paragraph. Okay, so you took your time to write a paragraph on my video about me being a fearmongerer. Get a life. Sorry,
Exactly.
get a life because you took a long time to write that comment. Just
Right.
block me. Like
And I
I'm
was
not.
called a fearmonger for saying, hey, this one company that provides survival food is closed down. So pay attention. They're like, you're a fearmonger. It's like, I'm
And
just trying to share the truth here so you can go get some peanut butter on your shelf before it's too late.
did you know, Alicia, that after you said that, I look into what is that mountain house that it's called, or mountain man house?
The one that I was talking about was Augustin Farms.
No, but after you said that, the mountain house one, is it called Mountain House?
Something like that. Yeah.
Their prices literally like tripled.
Oh, sure.
Wow.
No, literally to where it was like usually $37 for the ground beef tub of
Hmm.
freezer dried meats, to about 92 in
Yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
I mean, we that's not like a just a little add a couple dollars. That's
I
And
pretty.
took,
that was
I
the
took,
hacker doing that.
No, this was just the company because that the Mormon based company closed down or what, I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh,
shuttered.
they can make all that money.
They can make it because they know that people want these freezer dried foods.
Mm.
Which brings me, Alicia, to what me and you were texting about why you should buy local. I
Hmm.
tell people all the time, it's not just being a homesteader. Watching homesteading videos teach you different life lessons, if you could put it that way. Yeah. Now when everybody's freaking out about, oh, the shelves are empty, this is empty, we got to get this,
Yeah.
you really should be making friends with some of your local farmers that grow
Hmm.
all that stuff.
Yep.
Just because they're not sold in Kroger does not mean it's not good food. Same for products, um, soaps and candles and shirts and hats and all that kind of stuff. A local business or a local farm somewhere makes that product,
Hmm.
and you can guarantee that it's going to be there before Christmas, and you're supporting a family. So what? That's what I hate about one larger YouTube channels and the media is not talking about that. Why are we there? That's the fear mongering side of it. Is that's all they show is, oh, we're going out of toilet paper again. Well, people don't have toilet paper back then. Learn how to wipe with something else.
Exactly.
Why are we not being taught these things on mainstream? Like all the homesteading stuff, it's not just for farmers homesteading. There's always something that somebody can take away from, your video, Sherry, or your video, Alicia. Somebody should be able to take something away from homesteading.
Absolutely.
I don't grow my own things, but I didn't know that you could save, the fat from when you cook a sausage and use it for great, or I'm trying to just throw stupid stuff out there. I'm trying to think of a good one actually to say an analogy. Um, oh, when you when you cook a whole chicken, I was on the Anlin show talking about this. You cook a whole chicken, pull off the meat. What do most people do with the bones?
They
Most
They
trash
toss
it.
them.
toss them. That right there is chicken broth, usually
Hmm.
about 3 quarts from one. And then that bones, you dehydrate them and shred it up, and that's bone meal that will thicken up soups for the winter.
Mm.
I
Yeah.
mean, these are like these are not homesteading lessons. These
Well,
are like
we've become a disposable society.
yes, hmm
Disposable diapers, disposable trash bags, and all these other things, and disposable lives. Every disposable marriages. Everything's disposable,
Yeah.
right,
and we need to stop being that way. I wanted to point out that Dana over at Bitty Boo said that our friend Harvey visited her one day on one of her lives, and she says that he started in on me, and I said, honey, I love you, but I'm not in the mood tonight. She explained about her grandson who has some health issues, is a little preemie, and he actually said, I'm sorry, and that he was praying for you. So she says he's not the mean troll that people thinks he is.
No.
yeah,
I
So
see them all the time.
yeah,
yeah. Movie ain't that bad.
no, I have seen him be mean on the Ann and Lynn show.
Yeah, I think
Well,
when people, if you make them mad or tell them you're gonna block them, but most of the time when I see them, we just say hit the thumbs up and thank you for being here, and he pretty nice about. But I think
yeah,
when you kind of be mean to them or want to brush them off,
Right. Because you never
so
know what people are going through. That's the whole thing is you never know what people are going through that make them that angry, mean person that's behind a computer just typing. By the
yeah,
way, click that thumbs up for Alicia on her
oh,
quickie.
that would be great. Why
Um,
not?
but
Oh
yeah,
my gosh, you guys, I hit the dreaded 666 today. And thankfully, I'm up to 669 now. But for about 4 hours, I was sitting on, I have to tell you this story. I have to tell you the story. So it's, and I told Casey, it's like, oh, let me take care of this one task after I wash my hair or whatever it is I said to him. But I had checked my YouTube and I'd hit that dreaded 666 number for subs. And I waited for it to go up or down and it didn't. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go take a bath. So I filled up my bathtub and I climbed in and I put some lavender bath bubbles in there and I fell asleep. And then I woke up and the water was red and I thought, oh my God, I'm hemorrhaging, I'm dying, 666. And I completely freaked out for about 3 minutes. Well, when I
it
fell
was your
asleep,
ass.
I had kind of like sunken down into the water and my red hair dye had, because since I had just done this, I had some residual dye and it turned the water pinky red. I thought I was dying. I thought Satan got a hold. I came
oh,
out here. I was up to 668. I was feeling so much better. Oh,
well, let me tell
hello,
you.
sis.
Does anybody understand like Instagram and YouTube numbers? Because let me tell you, I'll look at our Instagram because we're lower on Instagram than we are on YouTube because we've just started. And
Mhm.
it'll get up to like 350, and then I'll look literally like 2 hours later, and it's like 325. I'm like,
Yeah, it goes up and
did
down.
I lose 20 people in like 4 hours? What did I say? And
So is
sometimes
that your Instagram doing that too, or is it just YouTube?
it's both. Like
Oh,
literally, we have stuck around like 1,350 for about 9 months.
Do you have your
really?
watch hours, Casey?
Okay, now see, I don't do lives on mine yet. So my watch hours are pretty low. And, we were monetized back when our reality show was on our YouTube because we were getting usually 6, 7, sometimes 9,000 views per episode. And then when I pulled it, they demonetized us. And then I learned that once they demonetize you to go back up, it's every year you have to get 4,000 watch
Hmm.
hours.
Oh,
But I just had them like 2 weeks ago in 2020, and y'all done changed all of it now. So
Yeah.
Dana says she's been stuck between 9:10 and 9:15 for a month. You're gonna get there, Dana. You're
yes,
We
gonna get there.
we've only been here for 6 weeks,
And she's
so
just like gangbusters.
you
yeah,
just
we don't really understand yet. We thought we had to have 500 subs to go live. Then we found out we didn't, so we just started going live. But we've only been here for 6 weeks, and we already have what 600 subs or so. So, but I network, I want to meet people because we learn so much from everybody. So, I don't mind talking to people and getting to know them. And
see. I always feel awkward, and I try to tell people to not be awkward on this, but I always feel awkward when you watch somebody's lives to have to email them and be like, "Hey, can I be on your live next time?" Because one, I've never been that person, and when we had
Right.
the reality show, I had somebody that did that, not to be bougie, but I was never that person, so I always feel awkward saying emailing like, "Hey, can we be on your live?" So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you don't
I
promote
love
yourself,
it.
nobody else will.
well, that's why I
Although our fairy mother really does. She does help promote.
you know, I actually hit Lisa up and I was like, I know Lisa already went to sleep, so she wouldn't mind me telling the story. And I texted Lisa and I was like, Lisa, since you're the fairy godmother of homesteaders, can you be my manager and book me for lives? She said yes, and my payment is canned food that you can send me. So I said, deal, girl. You get me on lives, I'll trade you jellies or chili or whatever you want and ship it right to you. So if you want my crazy ass on a live, and I probably shouldn't cuss and promote myself, but
An ass is a
It,
donkey.
an ass is a donkey. Baby got back. I think Leanne's out of the thing
No,
too.
she's here.
Oh, she is. I was
She
gonna
was
start
here.
typing. I'll be on your live. Hit me up. Hi. I want to.
it's a lot of people you can. We have so many lives lined up until December.
See, I had Alicia's tonight. I have Lisa's Friday, which is funny. Alicia, did you notice that Michael and Sarah were the week before me on all the lives that I'm going to be on?
Oh,
I know. I have to like come
I'm
out.
telling you, it's not a tough act to follow because you've done great tonight.
Yeah,
Well, now I just got to figure out a really good shower story to tell on the next live.
Eh, that shower story.
that was so funny.
No,
Southern Wendy over at Southern Zone says she's about to hit 100 and she's excited. So if you have not uh,
oh,
subscribed over to her, let's see if we can help her get up to 100. That's the
yeah,
first big milestone. I remember when I hit 100, it felt so good.
Who
And then
was
it's
that?
like, I can do this. I can do this. So if you haven't subscribed over there, let's give her some love.
Let me go and see.
And then Sis commented earlier, Sis from Kadash. She says,
hey, Lisa.
where did Sis go? I was going to read something that
Um,
Sis said. She said, Cayce, you're going to get there. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're such a sweetie. Dana,
Oh,
I
thank
hope to get to
you.
know you. Sis, you're going to love Dana, and her little grandbaby needs prayers. And she says, I'm Sis, your new friend. I just love Sis.
She is so sweet.
She is. And the numbers do go. I don't necessarily, I mean, I love Lisa and I both we'll text back and forth and go 45, 46, 45, 46,
mm-hmm.
because you kind of bounce back and forth. But she had posted something last week about 666. It's like, oh man. And then I got to 664 and I was like, oh, somebody please help me get over that hump. I don't
Right.
want to mess with it. Hello, Mike.
But Cayce,
Oh,
you can come on. You come on to us in 2 weeks, I think, 3 weeks or something. I
Uh,
can't remember exactly what day. But
I
anytime you want to pop on with us,
I was about to say I have like I'm such a weird like organized person when it comes to it. I have my like what lives I'm doing.
mm,
I have like what videos are coming out, so I can
oh,
like
you got it. You got your calendar full. Look at you.
no.
I know I need that. I need to do that with my videos because I was supposed to post my $10 dinner challenge video and I didn't.
You should.
Mine drops tomorrow. You better watch it.
Oh, I thought
I
it was too
Oh,
late.
Wicked Awesome Gardening. I'd love to be on your live. And I saw. I'm trying to find where the comment was back.
She says you can come on my live next Sunday night if you want.
I'm there.
Yeah, and
Follow
like
me on Instagram.
free
DM.
handedly, and who else is it? The Poop Troop. They are
Mhm.
all great for promoting.
I'm
I was on
on.
the Poop Troop this last week. I was on Poop Troop.
I watched you on that and emailed her after your live, and
Oh, good.
I'm on December 8th with
Oh,
Good.
good. And
and
I am on Ann Lynn's in the beginning of December.
I love them.
Yay.
Oh my God. Let me say how much I love the Ann Lynn
I will
show.
behave myself.
Yes, because I don't want to
Yes.
say church lady, but behave. I
I
had
will, no,
to behave.
I will behave myself.
And listen, it was like a 2 o'clock show, right? and I'm the backstage of the live, and I'm like, and they're like, you may want to put that in like a coffee mug, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
I know I had mine too, and I was like, oh, I had water and wine, and I said,
I
my
just
husband said, I
I don't
didn't
know.
know that it was a religious, and I was like, oh,
But see, I'm very religious. I
good
mean,
night,
church on
sis.
Sundays, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah,
I like my wine. I do love it,
yes,
and God
yeah,
knows my heart.
yeah,
Hey, Jesus turned water to wine.
And
that's
and
right,
we thank Him for it.
yeah,
But Wicked Awesome Gardening, if you don't follow me on Instagram and DM me, and we'll set it up. I'd love to,
Yeah, you
love
guys
to.
do that. So,
yeah. And
Wendy
whenever
says
you
she went
have,
from 30 to 95 in 2 weeks because she
wow,
got on everybody's lives and made so many friends.
yep. And I was gonna say, anytime you have some free time, just email me and let me know, and I can jump on, and you can just jump on, and we can talk. People love to see you.
I jumped on your live last week and I think we just about shut it down. We started talking naked. I
Hmm.
don't think half your people knew what we were going to do.
Wait,
They love.
is that when Maddie was on it? When y'all were talking naked, or is that the week before?
It was just this last week I think I went on. Hi, Steven.
See, the bad thing is, it seems like every time lives are happening now, because we're trying to finalize on this property, that I'm either driving from Sparta
Hmm.
to Tucker or from Tucker to Sparta, and I'm like driving and like doing this, which is terrible. I really
I
don't.
just turn the, if I'm driving, I turn the lives on and I listen.
That's what I do.
But I
Right.
missed so many lives over this last week just because I don't know. I'm feeling inundated with a lot of things and I've missed lives and I feel
Well,
bad.
let me tell you, I've officially finished the schedule of people's lives from what
Wow.
people commented. So I'll post about it tomorrow. It's going to be on our website. It'll be just a free download, and you can get it in Eastern Standard Time, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. So
Wow.
Good.
it's all a little scheduled up there with everybody's picture right
You
beside.
are very organized.
Yes.
Biddy Boo wants to know if you'll be her manager.
I don't know if you'd want me as a manager.
I bought myself some little things to try to become a little more organized. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
Really, and that's the only reason why I jot stuff down in a calendar, because I'll forget. And
Hmm.
then I'm like, oh, I done said on a video I was going to do this. And even if it's just two people waiting for it, those two people heard you say that and they want to see this video. So that's why I schedule out my
And you
video.
know, when I first started doing things, I did a coffee chat on a Wednesday morning,
Uh,
and then the next morning I wasn't feeling well. And I had several people say, I waited all morning for you. Where were you? And it's like, oh, I guess I better take this serious then. That I really didn't think people would care that much.
right.
But people are like, I waited all morning for you to come on for your coffee chat because I wanted to listen to your stories.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
how
I
it was
haven't
with
missed one yet.
your merino. One week you didn't post, and all day I'm like, Alicia didn't post yet.
Oh, for
All
my
day.
30 questions, 30 days.
Yeah. Yeah. I look
Yeah.
forward to those and your lives because your stories.
Yeah, I love my stories, and um, I just there's sometimes like if it's a Saturday morning and I'm here with Papa Jim,
Yeah.
I'm gonna devote my time to him instead of trying to get that video up. I have to have that balance,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I scheduled the quickies late in the evening because he's going to be in bed by then, and I don't have to worry about taking that time from him. But that's one reason why I haven't been catching a lot of lives because I only get a couple hours with him in the evening. And if I spend it watching lives, I'm
Yeah.
ignoring my marriage and I
Yeah.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
I tell people all the time, you have to find balance. Even I'm a housewife, but I still have a job, and it's to take care of home first,
Mhm.
and I make time for YouTube. But that doesn't mean once the house is clean and I have lunch and dinner fixed, that means I just sit on YouTube. No, I still dedicate a certain amount of time to YouTube and then a lot of time to my husband because that's respect.
Well, a
I'll
lot
tell
of
you right
people,
now,
a lot of people don't understand that YouTube truly is, if you get deep into it, it's a full-time job.
It is.
You have to, when people are always like, "Oh, I wanna start a YouTube channel," you gotta go into it knowing that you gotta be consistent with some things, and if you
Hmm.
don't have the time to do it, don't do it because it will ruin relationships. If you're stressed about this going out, stressed about, having to watch the lives, it's just YouTube.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Relationships are more important. And you
Yeah.
can rewatch it. That's the beautiful thing of YouTube. If you
Hmm.
miss a live, it saves it. You can go look at it tomorrow.
You
Yeah.
know, when I was sitting next to my mother's bedside when she was in the final stages of life, and it was my last day with her, she was resting peacefully, and I had my iPad with me, and I thought, well, while she's resting, I'll just, somebody had downloaded a little game for me. It wasn't Candy Crush, but it was something similar. And I probably spent a half an hour on that just because it was quiet. And I felt like at the time I needed a little bit of respite from just being with my mother. I know that sounds wrong, but there's times where you have to step away from that bed. And after my mother passed, I thought, oh my God, I can't get that time back.
Right.
I spent
Yeah.
25 minutes, 30 minutes on some cat chasing jewels through some galaxy when I should have continued holding my mother's hand and singing to my mother.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about YouTube. I love this. I love what I'm doing. I love that I'm putting things up that my kids and my grandkids can go back and watch. But if something were to happen to Jim tomorrow, I don't want it to be where, oh gosh, on Monday night I spent 3 hours on
Right.
lives instead
Yeah.
of spending time talking to my husband.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I don't
I
want to
didn't
make that
start.
mistake again.
I had absolutely no social media until my friend passed away. Well, until I started this. So when she passed away in January, I still took months to grieve and cope with her not being here with us. But I had to dedicate a lot of time to my husband because, at 107, she was full time, me taking care of her. But she was so comfortable, she just slept a lot. And when she wanted to be bothered, she would call you. But I always had that attention for her. So when she passed away, I dedicated all my attention to my husband. But I always thought about, how proud I was of myself to not have to worry about, oh, let me see what's on Facebook, or I was attached to the TV, or I mean, at 107, it was amazing to spend these years with her.
Hmm.
So that mean a lot,
And
being
I
able
spent
to.
a lot of time with my mom, so I don't want anybody to take that wrong.
Yeah,
But I still beat myself up over those 30 minutes,
Right.
and I don't want to make that mistake again. So I have times here where I tell myself, there's a live I'd really like to watch tonight, but I'm going
yeah,
to make sure that I spend my time with Papa Jim and
yeah,
get that done first.
And this is the beautiful thing about the schedule that I put out there is they do it weekly. So if you miss one week and you're just torn up that you didn't watch so and so's live, you can watch it another week. I mean, it's not like
Right.
it's gonna go off. I always say with YouTube is to treat it like a job and schedule it around your life. So if you have a full-time job or a husband, schedule your YouTube
Yep.
around it. There are
yep,
beautiful things that you can upload a video and schedule it for the date, time, to the minute you want that video to come out.
yep. And you don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about it. And
Right.
that's really when people joke about me wearing the same shirt that I'm wearing on Alicia's live in my videos is because I shoot 3 to 4 videos in one day, edit them one day, upload them, and then I'm good the entire weekend because I will not
Mm,
shoot on the weekend. I don't shoot on Sunday. That's family day for all of us. I Before I didn't shoot on Thursdays because that was Outlander, and that was important to watch. But also working, YouTube when it doesn't pay money, you gotta do
something.
Something.
something that pays the bills.
And not something strange, but something.
Oh, darn it. Wendy, I was just going to say something because she says YouTube is my Netflix and chill after my house and stuff is done. My laundry's not done, and I got dishes in the sink. But
Oh,
oh well.
Hey,
all of my work is done.
that's
Well, that's all I do all day. So when my husband come home, I usually have nothing to do, and I'm just like, I don't watch TV.
because
I'm
there's
YouTube
nothing
for
good
a
on
certain amount of
anymore,
time.
really.
So
There's
you
nothing good on TV anymore.
I don't
can't
even
be a
have
slow
TV. I
down.
just have the YouTube and Netflix and Hulu. But I get up in the morning and I make my coffee, and my girlfriend down in Tennessee calls, and I'll spend time talking to her
Hmm.
because tomorrow's not promised. I want to have
Right?
my time talking to her, and then I'll try to get my stuff together. But I filmed, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos today, and I do the same thing like what Casey says. Matter of fact,
Hmm.
if you watch the last run of my questions, 30 questions in 30 days, there's like 3 in a row with the same pajamas, and then 3 in a row with the next pair of pajamas. Because if I got my hair done and I threw on just a little bit of powder to make those videos, I might as well do 2 or 3 and
Right?
then break them up a little bit.
And
Yeah.
when you got to have a personality going 24/7, sometimes you just want to be like quiet and not say anything. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm all hype, hype, hype in the videos. And then when that camera's off, I'm like, oh God, it's annoying hearing my own voice. So I just want to watch TV. If I hear pew, pew, pew one more time, sometimes I'm like,
And that's what the whole time your videos are playing. That's what I'm yelling. And my husband like, "What are you doing?"
Lisa from
Like,
Yogi
Lisa.
Hollow, her and her husband Ryan sent me a video of them doing their chores and saying, YouTube shout out, pew, pew, pew. I was like, oh, what have I created? I was just on one that day and did it. Like I was
Dana, I do the same thing. Matter of fact, I switched out aprons today between 3 or 4 videos just so it looked like I was wearing something different.
no, I do that too. And sometimes hats I'll change. It's the same day, and I'm like, okay, different shirt, different hat, same spot
Yep.
in front of my cluster shit.
It's a different take.
Different camera angles.
Yeah.
Dana says none of her stuff is done, but the animals are done.
That's all that matters.
Well,
Oh
and
yeah.
Dana, if you're not feeling well, you don't worry about the dishes and laundry right now, anyways.
It'll get done. You'll get it done. So it's
Yeah,
nothing
there's
major,
time.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, ladies, I'm about to pop off because my child is about to like fall asleep in my lap,
Yeah,
and
my
they're
back
going
is hurting.
out
That's
to
why I
their
had to
house.
sit back. And like I said, I've got that doctor's appointment in the morning. So
Yeah. Get
I
some
Prayers
just
for
want
rest.
to
you, Alicia, in the morning, and thank you so much
thank
for having
you.
me on and share
Oh,
your
it was a
sweet
blast.
you.
I had a
It's
lot of
always a
fun.
blessing to see you too.
And Sherry, thank you for joining us. Much love.
Same to you. Y'all have a
Love,
good night.
love.
Good
Night,
night,
night.
everybody in the chat. Thank you so
Night,
much for being with
everyone.
us tonight. I appreciate it. We will talk to you guys later. What did you just do, Casey? Oh, I thought you were doing this. This is
Pew,
what my
pew,
grandmother used to do before
pew.
she would beat me.
Oh,
No, blow kisses. Gotcha. All right.
love
Good
and
night, everybody.
kisses and pulling
Mwah,
hair.
mwah, mwah. Yeah, it's for the grip.
Good night, y'all.
Night,
Good
night.
night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week for our next Country Mama Quickie. Have a great week. We'll see you Wednesday morning for our coffee chat. I'll let you know how things go with the doctor. And just have a great week. I've got a video premiering tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Got another video on Thursday and then Sunday shorts. Love you all so much. And thank you so much for being here. Bye.